Myth. Wind slices through the clouds, a sound both ancient and wild. For millions of years, the skies were a realm of giants, a kingdom ruled by creatures that defied imagination. Long before birds took to the air, the heavens belonged to something stranger, something far more immense. These were the pterosaurs, the first true masters of flight. From the majestic Quetzalcoatlus to the swift Pteranodon and the nimble Dimorphodon, they were the undisputed sky hunters of a lost world. Imagine stepping back in time, not just centuries, but millions of years. We're traveling to the Late Cretaceous period, a world both alien and strangely familiar. Our destination. What will one day become Texas? Here, vast plains stretch to meet the horizon, bordered by rugged coastal cliffs. And there, standing on the ground, is a creature that defies belief. It towers over the landscape, stalking its prey on four limbs like a monstrous, prehistoric stork. This was no bird, it was Quetzalcoatlus, a flying reptile with a wingspan as wide as a fighter jet. Its head, topped with a massive, lightweight crest, was longer than a person is tall. This was the largest animal to have ever flown, a true titan of the Cretaceous skies. Witnessing it take flight was to witness the impossible made real. So, how did a creature this enormous actually get off the ground? It's a question that stumped paleontologists for decades. Forget flapping like a bird, Quetzalcoatlus had a much more powerful technique. Using its incredibly strong front limbs, it would perform a quadrupedal launch, essentially vaulting itself into the air like a gymnast. Once airborne, its massive wings, formed from a membrane of skin and muscle stretched over an elongated fourth finger, would catch the wind. Its bones, while massive, were hollow and filled with air sacs, making it surprisingly light for its size. It's a common misconception to call them flying dinosaurs. Pterosaurs were a distinct group of flying reptiles, evolving alongside the dinosaurs, but on a separate branch of the family tree. Unlike birds, whose wings are made of feathers, a pterosaur's wing was a continuous membrane of skin, more like a bat's, but supported by just one long finger. Pterosaurs weren't a one-size-fits-all group. They were incredibly diverse. Let's meet a few members of this extraordinary family. Go back to the Jurassic, and you'd find Dimorphodon. This early pterosaur was relatively small, with a wingspan of about 4 feet. It had a puffin-like head packed with sharp teeth, perfect for snatching insects or small reptiles. Fast forward to the Cretaceous, and you meet the iconic Pteranodon. Soaring over the oceans, its long, distinctive crest wasn't just for show. It likely acted as a rudder for stability and was a key feature for species recognition. It was a master glider, covering vast distances in search of fish. And then, there's the king, Quetzalcoatlus. For a long time, we thought it was a fish-eater like Pteranodon, but its fossils were found far inland. The leading theory now is that it was a terrestrial stalker, a ground hunter that preyed on small dinosaurs and other animals, snatching them up with its long, toothless beak. Oh, and one more amazing detail. We now know that many pterosaurs weren't scaly. They were covered in a coat of hair-like filaments called pycnofibers, basically a kind of prehistoric fuzz to keep them warm. This incredible diversity meant pterosaurs occupied a wide range of ecological niches. Their hunting styles were as varied as they were. Pteranodon was a classic marine hunter, skimming the waves and snatching fish from just below the surface with precision. Others, like Dimorphodon, may have been agile aerial ambush predators, darting through forests. The giant starcheds, the family that includes Quetzalcoatlus, patrolled the land, acting as the top predators in their terrestrial environments. When it came to nesting, evidence suggests many pterosaurs were social animals. Fossil sites reveal large colonies, often on coastal cliffs or islands, safe from ground-dwelling predators. They laid soft-shelled eggs, similar to modern reptiles, and some fossil discoveries of young pterosaurs, nicknamed flapperlings, suggest a degree of parental care. The they weren't always the hunters. Younger or smaller pterosaurs would have been prey for larger theropod dinosaurs on the ground, while even the mighty Quetzalcoatlus had to be wary of apex predators like Tyrannosaurus rex. Our understanding of these creatures comes from incredible fossil discoveries around the globe. Sites like the Solnhofen limestone in Germany have preserved pterosaurs in exquisite detail, sometimes even showing the faint outline of their wing membranes. Big Bend's National Park in Texas gave us the first colossal bones of Quetzalcoatlus. In Brazil, fossil beds have yielded three-dimensionally preserved pterosaur eggs with embryos inside, a treasure trove of information. From just a few bone fragments, paleontologists can do amazing things. By studying the muscle attachment points, the structure of the bones, and comparing them to modern animals like birds and bats, they can reconstruct how these animals moved, flew, and lived. Paleontologists believe that the largest pterosaurs spent a significant amount of their time on the ground, using their folded wings as front limbs to walk efficiently on all fours. It's a detective story written in stone, pieced together over centuries. Now, let's have a bit of fun. Could you outrun a pterosaur? Well, a stalking Quetzalcoatlus could likely move at a brisk pace on the ground, but its real advantage was its aerial view. You might outsprint it for a short distance, but you couldn't outrun its shadow. That brings us to our viewer challenge. We're running a poll right now. If you could ride a prehistoric flyer into battle, which would you choose? The agile Dimorphodon, the soaring Pteranodon, or the colossal Quetzalcoatlus? Cast your vote. And for our comment prompt this week, if you suddenly sprouted wings, where is the very first place you would fly? Let us know your dream destination down in the comments below. We love reading your creative answers, and it really helps us out. Let's take a moment to look back at these magnificent rulers of the prehistoric sky. Picture it again, the powerful vault from the ground, the effortless catch of a thermal updraft, the silent glide over a Cretaceous sea, the shadow passing over herds of dinosaurs below. For 150 million years, they dominated the air. They were a triumph of evolution, a biological marvel that pushed the limits of what was possible for a living creature. But like the dinosaurs, they flew above. Their reign came to an abrupt end. They vanished in the same cataclysmic event, leaving behind only their fossilized bones as a testament to their time on Earth. But their legacy lives on. Their story is a crucial chapter in the history of flight, a prelude to the world we know today. In a way, every time we see a bird take to the wing, we see a distant echo of these ancient sky hunters. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back to the age of pterosaurs. It's your curiosity and support that make these deep dives possible. Next time, we're leaving the skies and plunging into the abyss, exploring the world of the ocean's deadliest shadows. We're talking about the leviathans of the deep, Mosasaurus ichthyosaurus, and the long-necked plesiosaurs. You won't want to miss it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.